Hey guys, this is 47 and here's a quick look of what my loadout is when I go out striper fishing. And as you guys could tell, there's a wide variety of baits here. This is not all of my lures that I use, but some of the, my go-to lures pretty much when I go out. And here they are. I'm just going to go through the list and I'll tell you briefly on how I use them. So, alright, here we go. Over here we have the manufacturer's called Braid, and this is their GT minnow. This is the 5.5 inch, I believe it is. On the website, it's rated at 4 ounce, but it's really more of like a 2 ounce spook type lure. And this is pretty much my go-to long distance throwing lure on my current setup, and it throws really well, and swims really good on top water. It'll splash back and forth, walk the dog type lure, and done really well so far this year. And right now it's mid-February, and I mean, it's producing top water hits in January, so been pretty good. My other lure, this is a modified Sebile. This is the floating model, Sebile stick shad. Haven't caught too many fish on there, but it's not a top water lure. It's actually a subsurface walk the dog darting type lure. Cast it out. It's not really a great casting lure, but after I modified it, put some BBs in there, it actually casts out decent now, and swims pretty good. You cast it out, you pretty much cast it out and reel it in, and if you twitch your rod, it'll dart side to side, almost like a wounded shad, pretty much. And it seems to work pretty well. This is a new lure for me that I haven't had much time on. This is the Azzurri slider. Yeah, this is the floating model. I also have the heavier non-floating sinking model. Another lure that I always bring out with me is the Concorde pencil popper. This is a modified one. Put some BBs in there as well, and it throws very well, very far. And I know a lot of guys use other pencil poppers, but I usually stick with the Cordell because they're really cheap, and you can modify and make them throw really far, and they swim really good too. And these are pretty much my these three are my long range, far casting, really far casting top water lures, top water subsurface lures. And here's my mid range slash pretty far casting lures. These are the Azzurri mag darters and mag poppers. These guys dive, but they're pretty shallow divers. They dive around 1 or 2 feet, and they dart side to side when you twitch your rod. These guys are poppers. Pretty much just cast them out and pop them. You can also walk the dog with them. They've been very effective. These lures have been really effective. And over here you have my short range, I guess, poppers, and these are mainly for when schooling hybrids or wipers, or depending on the state, they're called wipers or hybrids. We call them hybrids. Depending on if hybrids are in the area, they usually love Rebel T20s. I do carry some T10s, and I also carry a modified wind cheater, which is the biggest model they have, and I actually modified it so it's like a T10 or T20 but bigger, and it casts a lot farther. The classic bomber long A, these guys, they just produce fish whenever, day or night. So the only thing that sucks about them is that they can't cast for anything, especially if you have wind. They suck casting into the wind, but they usually produce pretty good. They got a pretty tight wobble to them. Stripers somehow just seems to love them. They also come in the jointed, which I don't have any right now, but the jointed or the non-jointed works pretty well. Also, 2-ounce cast masters are always good to have, and I always carry Spro Bucktails. This is the 1-ounce and the 2-ounce. Also, I like putting that green grub at the end. It just gives it a little bit more action, and the stripers they just love it. Every time I'm out, if none of these lures over here are producing, and I know that there's fish in the area, I usually just go after them with a Spro Bucktail. So this is my current loadout. Like I said, I do have other lures that I bring out, but these are mainly my go-tos if they're not really producing that day. Quick run through on prices. You can find this guy. You can't really find him anywhere. Few online bait stores, bait shop has them. I found this guy on Amazon. I actually got him for $25 shipped, but they usually go for around $30 for this guy. This guy you can find around roughly around $15 to $20. This guy's roughly around $20. Cordales are pretty cheap. You get them for like let's see, I think it was like $8 or $7. I found it at my local bait shop. These Azzurris cost a little more. These in the middle. Dars usually go for around $18 online. Same with the poppers are usually around $15-16 online. These Rebel T20s are pretty cheap. You can find them for $8 online most of the time. If you go on eBay, there's usually like lots you could buy them for, for 5 for like $30. And they're, for what they are, they catch a lot of fish and they're cheap, but they're just good lures to have and they work. Bombers you can find at your local, usually find at your local bait shop. These are around like $8-9 a piece. These Castmasters, I have a pretty much just a generic and an actual Castmaster here. One's a 1.5 ounce and one's a 2 ounce. They usually go for, well, the Castmasters usually go for I think they're like $8-9. So they're kind of pricey for a piece of metal, but when the fish are picky, it's good to have variety, and Castmasters produce. Same with Spro Bucktails. The 1 ounce and a 2 ounce they usually go for like $3-4 a bucktail. Then you're also buying the grub if you want this setup. A pack of grubs I think around a pack of grub comes in I think a dozen for like $2. So pretty good deal, and that's the price range of these lures. And some of the lures that I don't have on the table right here or on my desk right here that I usually keep, just in case that day they'll work. I usually keep flukes on the side, Slogo, some sexy shads, some lipless crankbaits like rattling traps. Let's see, some swim baits like BBZ ones, or I have some Huddlesons, some just other bass lures that are big, and because I think that big lures produce big fish, so I'm usually using some pretty good, decent sized lures. So I mean that's just the rundown. I also have Shimano wax wings. I don't have any currently, but another lure that we have is that we use is the Shimano Orca. It's not much of a long distance casting lure, but it's got a nice action to it, and fish likes it. So also some Super Strike bullet, short nose bullets or whatever they call them. So hope you guys enjoy this video, and hopefully you guys can see and find these. These guys over here are actually kind of expensive, but these guys over here are pretty cheap. So hope you guys get out there and catch some big ones with these, and hope this helps you guys out. So thanks all for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel for more awesome videos. Later, guys.
Already, I'm pretty sure you like what you've just seen, so please be sure to subscribe and check out our other videos. If you have any pictures you'd like to share with us, please post them up on our Facebook page or tag us on Instagram.